It's a single page with 11 blocks of content that will help you brainstorm your pitch. It was developed by talking with hundreds of people who have listened to pitches, investors, pitch competition juries, accelerator program managers. I spent time to find out what they need to hear and packaging it into the pitch canvas so that you can spend your time on getting the story straight and practicing your pitch. First, I'm going to show you how to use it, then I'll walk you briefly through each block of content. How do most people prepare a pitch? Simple. They open PowerPoint, or Keynote, or Prezi, or whichever slide software they use. However, there is one problem. Slide software is great once you know what you're going to say, but if you start straight away with creating slides, it can suck a lot of time, and it's hard to get your thoughts organized. Quality will jump, and you will save 20 to 30% of the time you usually spend on preparing every pitch for the rest of your life. I'm going to give you days of your life back right now. You'll need some Post-its, a couple of marker pens, and your brain. By the way, if you don't have Post-its, get some paper, tear it up into squares, that works too. First, you brainstorm by working through each block of the pitch canvas. Start with the approach of, what are all the things I could say in this pitch? Think as if you're unconstrained by time and write everything down. What's the problem you solve? What's the solution you've created? What's unique about that solution? Have you validated it? Got sales already? What do you need to make it happen? And who's the team to make it happen? And why do you believe in this proposition? Write down one idea per Post-it. Avoid writing down 5 sentences on one Post-it. You need to be able to move the ideas around and reorganize and select the ideas you want to focus on in your final pitch. And don't think too much, just write. Get the ideas out of your head, and we'll come to the selection process next. Now, you've got many ideas down on paper, a bit like this. It looks random, but you'll see some headings of content: pain, product, demo, unique, traction, and so on. These are the pillars of the pitch canvas, and they give structure to your brainstorm. But you'll be working towards a 3-minute or a 5-minute pitch, and that's of course way too much information. That means you need to select the ideas that work for this pitch. Who's the audience? What's the objective of the pitch? And how long have you got? For example, you're preparing a 3-minute pitch at a network event in front of investors. You know you need to talk about the pain, but you've got 11 things written down that you could talk about regarding the pain you solve. Then for this pitch, let's choose 3 things to tell about the problem. Same for what's unique. You have 8 things written down, but let's choose 2 or 3 items to focus on for this pitch, and so on, working through each block and identifying which topics or chapters you'll talk about and which content per chapter you'll focus on. The goal is to have a storyline with chapters and content that looks a bit like this. The orange Post-its are the chapter headings, and the yellow Post-its are the content per chapter that we've decided to tell. I've trained over 20,000 people in this process, and it really works. Now, let's look briefly at the content blocks of the pitch canvas. Simple statement. What change are you bringing into the world? Don't just describe the product. Give us your ambition. Pain. What's the problem you're solving? This is the why of the product. Probably the most important part of the pitch. Product. The solution you've created. The bit we love to talk about but need to keep short. Product demo. Make decisions about whether you'll show the product and how you'll demo it. What's unique? How do you stand out from competitors and offer a unique experience to customers? Customer traction. Are you selling already? And if not, how have you validated the solution? Business model. What's the mechanism for turning this idea into money? Investment. The ask. Make sure you share if you've already raised, and tell them what milestone you want to reach with this round. Team. What makes you the team to make this happen? Call to action and end statement. Wrap it up professionally with a 1-sentence summary and a clear call to action. Make sure they know what they're supposed to do right now. And finally, why you? What's your personal motivation for building this business? And that's the pitch canvas. For more information on these blocks, you can download my free app, which includes pitch tips, example pitch videos, and videos to explain each of the Pitch Canvas blocks. It's called Pitch Professional, all one word. Just search for Pitch Professional in the App Store or on Google Play. Now you probably have a few questions, so here's some FAQs answered. You don't need to include every block of content, but I would recommend to start by brainstorming on it all. Then based on the audience, the objective, and how long you've got, you select the key messages. But not necessarily. Choose the order that suits you and make the pitch your own. One thing I would recommend though, tell the pain before you introduce the product. You've probably heard the phrase, start with why. The pain you solve is the why, and the product and everything else you tell is the what and the how. Not at all. I can give two different people the same script, and they will tell a completely different story. We arrive at everything in our lives with a different filter from each other, and we bring our own experiences, our own character. Focus on brainstorming and use the Pitch Canvas structure to get your ideas organized. But finally, tell your story. That's what matters.